I'm Julianne. I'm the pastry chef here at Milk and Cookies Bakery in New York City. And today we're going to make our Ube-Bae bar, which is a sugar cookie dough with marshmallow fluff and marshmallows toasted with a Ube buttercream garnished with sweet and sour candies and cotton candy. The Ube is a purple yam. And our first step today of making the dough is creaming our butter and sugar. When you cream the butter and the sugar, you keep it on a high to make sure it's mixed all together. You don't want any lumps of butter in the dough because it can later spread. So once that's combined, nice, we're going to slowly add our eggs one at a time. And next we add our extract, and we use a sweet butter dough extract and a princess extract, as well as cherry.
For people just joining, tell us what you're making.
It is our Ube-Bae bar here at the shop. It's made from purple yams, marshmallows, and sugar dough. Once that's combined, we're going to turn it down to one setting. And we're going to scale out our flour now. So for this size batch, we need about 2,300 grams. So we tear off this. We use all-purpose flour for this. Once the flour is scaled, we're going to lower the bowl. Okay, add the flour in all together. And we add our salt, which is just 2 tablespoons.
Jennifer wants to know what we're making here.
It is our Ube-Bae bar, which is purple yam powder that's made into a buttercream with marshmallow fluff, marshmallows, and a sugar cookie dough. So you want to make sure that the bowl is on one, because otherwise all the flour will spin out. And we mix it just till combined. Which takes a couple minutes.
How long have you guys been serving the Ube-Bae bar?
We've been serving the Ube-Bae for about a month now. We came up with the idea after wanting to change over all our bars, come up with some new recipes, and purple seems to be the in color.
For people not familiar, tell us what Ube-Bae is.
Ube-Bae is purple yam, and the process is pretty simple with the Ube-Bae. You get the powder and you have to rehydrate it with boiling water in order to make it into any buttercreams or pastes that you like to use from there. So as you can see, the dough is pretty much combined. So you're going to turn it off. And for this right now, we need about 1.5 kilos to roll out. So we just scale it. A little more. And a little more.
For people just joining, tell us where we are. Where are we?
We are at Milk and Cookies Bakery here in New York City. So we take each section of dough and we're going to wrap it up, and you have to keep it in the fridge for about 2 hours to chill. Since it's a rolled sugar dough, you want to be able to keep it shaped. But since we don't have 2 hours, I already have a packet right here that we're going to unwrap and roll out for you guys. So you take bake it on a lightly floured surface. And you just kind of want to evenly put some flour on there to help roll it out, which is important. And you're going to roll it to keep the shape of a sheet tray. Give it a little more flour.
Leah wants to know if there are any health benefits to purple yam. She's seen a lot of chefs using it lately.
I think it's more of like a fad. It is a less of a like fatty starch, but definitely in the fad section. So I'm gonna roll it out, and then we just put it on the sheet tray. And then you just kind of want to roll it again to fit your sheet tray. That way it fits all of the size. Rolled sugar dough does not really spread or rise. It has no leveling agent in it. So exactly how you shape it is exactly how it's going to be. So you just kind of roll. Once you get it to your size, your desired size, you're going to put it in the oven and bake it for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And I already have one baked off for us. There we go. So now we're going to do the toasted marshmallow portion of this. So first we're going to use our marshmallow fluff. And we're just going to scrape it onto here.
Cindy came in late and she's wondering what we're making.
So we are making our Ube-Bae bar, which is a sugar cookie dough, marshmallow fluff, and marshmallows with a ube buttercream, and ube happens to be purple yams. So you just want to give it a nice even spread, not too close to the edges, because when we're going to torch this, the fluff tends to melt and spread, and if you go all the way to the edges, it'll get all over the place and you'll have a very messy kitchen. And now we're going to add our marshmallows. Give it a nice, good, even amount. The more marshmallows, the merrier. I have about 6 cups here. Kind of squish it in there into our fluff. Make sure it's all together. Once we torch it, which is the fun part, it'll be nice and solidified. All right. Time for the fun stuff. So we just want to torch it kind of evenly, a little bit of burnt, because I know I always loved a good burnt marshmallow growing up. And you just keep going all throughout the tray. And this helps give a nice little extra taste to the bar. It really makes a difference. And once you're done torturing it, you're going to put it aside and let it cool so that you can spread the buttercream over it. It's important to have the bar a little cool, because if you spread the buttercream while you're heating it, it can melt and it's just one hot mess. So we're just going to keep going and spreading over our Ube-Bae bar here, the marshmallows. I personally like the marshmallows a little darker. Some people like them a little lighter, but I always love the good burnt marshmallow.
How does the burnt marshmallow impact the flavor?
It gives it a nice, like, kind of charred, smoky taste to it, and it helps balance out all the sweetness, since our dough has sweet butter, sweet dough extract, and princess extract in it, as well as all the sweet and sour candies. So it helps give a nice little flavor balance.
Cindy wants to know if you can do this step in the broiler if she doesn't have a torch at home.
Absolutely. She can do that. She can even put it in the oven, just back a little bit. But make sure you bake the sugar cookie sheet first, otherwise your cookie will not be baked all the way through. And there we go. We have a nice torch marshmallow for you guys. So while this cools down, we're going to make our Ube-Bae buttercream. Right over here we have our buttercream already made. It's just a simple buttercream recipe with butter, powdered sugar, cream, and a little salt. And we have our Ube-Bae powder that's already made. And Ube-Bae powder has to be rehydrated. So first you're going to boil your water. And for every 1 cup of water, you do 6 teaspoons of the Ube-Bae powder. And you mix it together until it forms this paste-like mixture.
Mary wants you to tell us one more time, what is that? What is causing the purple?
Ube-Bae is purple yam, and it's just broken down like any other yams into a powder, and that's what makes it purple, and it gives it actually a really beautiful color, which is why we love to use it. And then we're just going to mix it in with our buttercream so it's nice. You want to make sure you scrape down all your sides, that way everything is even and incorporated. You don't want any chunks of butter, anything extra, any color not evenly spread. It's very important. And even when you rehydrate the ube, you can see that it kind of makes still a little bit of like a sparkle. Okay, we're just going to give it one more little mix. Once it's done mixing, we're gonna spread it over the bar.
Christine wants to know if Ube changes the flavor of buttercream or if it's just there for color.
It's a little bit of both. It has a very, more like of a savory type of flavoring to it. I wouldn't say it has a very strong flavor, but it definitely helps in the color. So I have a finished bar all toasted for you guys, already cooled down. Evenly spread some on here. You want to get a nice amount so it's nice and thick since we're layering the bar.
Pam wants to know why we torched the marshmallows. What flavor is that going to give us?
It gives it a nice balance of a kind of like this smoky charred flavoring that kind of helps balance out all the sweetness that's in the bar, in the marshmallow, in the frosting with the sweet candies, cotton candy. You need a nice balance. So we're just going to spread our ube evenly across. We're going to need a little more. Nice heap on there. So you're just going to spread it nice across the entire bar. Give it a nice even, and then before you cut it, you're going to put this in the fridge to harden a little bit, because otherwise it's too soft and it'll be very messy, and you want nice clean cuts of everything.
For people just joining, can you tell us about Ube-Bae? What is that? What's giving us the purple color?
Ube-Bae is a purple yam that is very rich in the purple color, and when it gets broken down into a powder and then rehydrated, we can work with it in pastry and savory as well, making buttercreams, paste, pie fillings, you name it.
And why did we have to swap out the batch of marshmallows that you toasted earlier?
You have to swap them out because the marshmallows get hot right now and it has to cool in order to put the buttercream, because otherwise it'll melt and the buttercream will start to hang down the sides. So now we're going to swap out for our finished powdered one that sits in the fridge. And we're going to sprinkle our sweet tarts on top. Give a nice generous amount for our sweet and sour candies. I crushed up a couple before just to give it a little bit nicer than all whole pieces. You could do a little more than this if you'd like. It really is a personal preference. I personally don't like it too sweet.
Cynthia wants to know if this purple is a natural color in Ube-Bae.
Yes. Ube-Bae is pretty rich in color, and since the buttercream is our traditional just white buttercream, it picks up the color very easily. So, and when it sits in the fridge, it gets a little darker. So now we're gonna cut our bar. So we're just gonna cut it a nice square piece. You have to really kind of saw through the marshmallow. It does get a little tough when you do it. Sometimes I heat my knife just to help kind of cut through. And once we have our square, we're going to take a nice dollop of our cotton candy and garnish it on top. And there you go. This is our Ube-Bae bar, which is a sugar cookie dough with marshmallow fluff, marshmallows, Ube-Bae buttercream, sweet and sour candy, and garnished with cotton candy. And up next, we're gonna make our s'mores cookie dough waffle.